What do we got next, John?
God, let me stop playing.
What the fuck was that?
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Original Resident Evil 4 director shares his thoughts on the remake, which is still not announced, by the way.
Is that Shinji Mikami? Is that his name? Did I say it right?
If it is, it's a butchering.
Yeah.
Well,
I
listen,
got it right.
Resident Evil 4. It's funny because it's not actually
Officially.
announced.
It's not
yet.
officially
No one's
announced.
it's just a
Nobody
a
said
big
it
Not
was
assumption.
officially announced.
No one said it was coming out at all.
No.
It's still a rumor.
But they did ask the original creator of Resident Evil 4
Yep.
what his thoughts were.
Yep, and he also revealed what
On
he
a
thought. He also revealed what he thought of the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, he's fine with Capcom creating a remake as long as the new developers don't mess it up.
Well, that's
It's usually what a creator says once he's done with a series, and it's done. It's obviously successful. So he doesn't have anything he needs to add to it. He was done with it. So he's like, all right, if you guys want to do it, don't destroy my game. That's all I ask. Because he saw what Resident Evil did, and he did like that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you guys did a wonderful job. You added a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't in it. I like what you did there. You kept the quality.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that with Resident Evil 4,
give it the same treatment.
then he's fine with it.
Yeah.
But if you skimp on it and it's worse than the original, then what's the purpose of doing a remake?
Yeah.
None.
No.
But there is parts, like if you've ever seen, I don't know if they'd add it into it, but if you've ever seen like the original trailers and original announcements of Resident Evil 4, it was more horror based. And he was like, they said about 40% of the mansion in that game was cut out
Oh my god.
because that was where all the horror stuff was. And they went an action route.
They
as you
went
know.
their action route. Yeah.
So they changed it from ghost to you know,
Goblins. Sorry.
All right.
changed it from ghost
So yeah. All right. Yeah.
to like people, not even zombies. They were like people.
Yeah.
But if they were to somehow add ghost and new stuff in Resident Evil 4,
I don't want to see Ghost in Resident Evil.
Las
but
Plagas.
if you watched how the theme was for it in this particular area, it could be in a particular area, it could
I
be a
don't wanna see
bonus.
Ghost.
What if they added a bonus?
A bonus is good. I don't want to see Ghost.
I'm saying.
Yeah, Las
It's
Plagas.
not. It's not a paranormal
all right.
game. It has nothing to do with that.
Las Plagas.
Well, that was
the,
a way. That was a way that they were going to go with it originally. So if him as a creator would say, "You guys, I had an idea
Well, Resident Evil 4 was a stretch when they first
when they
came out
changed
with
it." Yeah,
that took the Resident Evil franchise in a completely different direction.
went from horror to action. But
That was
what
the
if he
first one to
said,
do that, yeah.
you'd think that he'd say, "Hey, how about you guys add the stuff we cut out in this?" But he didn't. He just said, "Do your thing. Hopefully, it turns out good." But
Well,
there
that
is
means-
stuff in there that they can add.
Yeah, but that
I don't know if they'll add. Listen, they can add the areas. I don't know if they add the scenarios of the actual thing that they showed on the screen, but they can add like, the armor rooms, the places they cut out.
The way I see it is like if it didn't make it in the final cut of the game, it doesn't. Just like a movie, if it didn't make it into the final cut of the movie or a game, doesn't deserve to be in there.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's
I mean,
what about Resident Evil 2.
There's not, because the thing is, if the things that they cut out are survival horror based, because clearly Resident Evil 4 is a very action on game. If there's some things and elements, see, this is the thing that will sell me on a remake for Resident Evil 4, which does not by any means deserve
I don't
a
even
remake.
think it needs to be.
But if they did it over, I want to see a lot of survival horror in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost, no, get that shit out of here. You crazy? No, I don't want to see anything worth a damn about Ghost. You out of your damn mind.
But that's what I'm talking about.
But like for if things that were cut out the game are survival horror based, then throw those in the let's see what they are. Let's as long as it has nothing to do with Ghost. Of
Well,
course.
if it yes,
but
That's
if
part of horror.
but it's not part of Resident Evil. There's no
Yeah, it's
Ghost in
not-
Resident
it's
Evil 1.
not
There's no Ghost in Resident
yeah,
Evil 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
But
Leave
there
it
were
out
no-
of the franchise.
But there were
Maybe
no
7.
there were no Spanish
there any
people, crazy people either.
Was there
Spanish crazy people, zombies, or ghosts? They're
Was
two
there-
completely different
on.
related things.
3.
Real quick,
There's 3 different
I didn't play 7, but were there because it was first person? But
Cannibals. They were like,
There weren't ghosts.
Well, no ghosts.
Not
No ghosts. Okay.
No.
There's no
Okay.
There's no ghosts in
Okay.
Resident Evil.
So, yeah,
it's
they
evil
were
with
super-
that's paranoid. That's what's
they were
that?
supernatural.
What's,
They weren't
what's,
real.
what's that game with the camera and the ghost? What is
Fatal
that?
Frame.
That's
Fatal,
Frame.
you got Fatal Frame and you got Evil Within.
Right.
They have some sort of ghost
Which
related
he made
things.
also.
Similarities, but they're
But
not.
Resident
But
Evil
that's where
is
most-
not.
But
No.
that's where most because that's probably where most of what his idea of what Resident Evil 4 went to.
Well, that-
was evil within.
Well, that's fine and dandy. That's Evil Within.
So it'll probably stay
different
there.
franchise.
It's stay with Evil Within.
It's a different
Stay
franchise.
out of Resident Evil.
It's a different franchise.
Does not have
And-
any place.
What I'm saying is that his thoughts didn't mention that they should add anything that he thought wouldn't be in there. But I'm saying, what if they added the areas, not the scenario?
Areas are cool. Yeah,
Areas.
yeah. Add the areas. Yeah.
But the game is already long. You don't have to add
It's like
anything.
40
I would
hours.
probably
It's
cut.
fine the way it
I would
is.
probably cut some stuff out.
Resident Evil 4 is a long game.
If
That
you
is a
all right,
long
if
game.
you if you remake Resident Evil 4, like I said, does not need to be remade by any stretch of the imagination. You have to add things to it that is survival horror based.
What if they
like
added
part
Code
2
Veronica as a side?
and part 3?
No.
That'd
Listen.
be crazy.
No, no,
That's
no.
what you have to do.
No, no.
Add Code Veronica as a side.
Check it out.
But you know what the messed up thing is? Because if they do that treatment for part 4, they're gonna be like, "Oh, part 5 and 6 weren't like that, so let's redo those." It's like, let's stop with the remake bullshit.
You think they're not?
Code Veronica, Code
Remake
Veronica,
Code Veronica.
is the one that is needs the treatment.
They
4,
need- bad.
5, and 6 do not need the treatment. Code
the-
Veronica does.
Code Veronica is like the bastard child. That's
It
like,
is.
It's like nobody
Yeah,
gives a
But
shit
it was
They
about
like
act
the
like it-
really
but
good one.
it
yeah,
needs
it's like the best Resident Evil.
Really needs
Like
it.
the bastard
really
child
is.
that
It has-
deserves a crown.
It hasn't been. Yeah. It's the one that hasn't been ported to all this, like the systems, like 4 was, and 4 really doesn't need a remake.
It doesn't
I don't
need a
think
damn
it does.
thing. It doesn't need a damn thing.
I really don't think it
Doesn't
needs
need it.
a remake.
No, they got 2 years.
It got remastered several times.
It did, yeah.
It's got like, come on, man.
It was rumored to be 2022, so they got a long time.
But
Man, listen.
Nah,
They got
Code
chill with that.
Veronica.
Stop
But
trying.
yeah,
Yeah,
listen,
Leave,
if they-
and
if
leave
they-
5
if-
and 6 alone.
if they do
yeah,
the
just
ghost
leave.
thing,
Just leave them.
Because I love
they-
those.
Listen, this
I think-
remake, this remake will probably be on PS5 and Xbox X Series.
that's fine.
total different leap.
That's fine. But just keep
Same
it
shit.
the same. Keep it the same lore, man. Don't change the lore for graphics. Like the fuck.
And it's like, you
Doesn't
know
matter.
what? Focus on Resident Evil 8 not being first person. How about that?
Don't change the lore.
How about
Don't change that shit. Please.
Keep
Please don't.
stay away from that first person.
Please
bullshit.
don't.
Person, how about that?
Because if you keep it first person, you might as well keep it on the shitty Xbox.
Damn. No, if you're gonna do first person,
I had to.
if you're gonna do first person, make it a spin-off. Don't make it the actual sequel.
spin-off, fine. I'll support a
Do a
first person
spin-off.
spin-off.
That's cool. Do a
Not the
side,
main
like a
series.
different
No.
take on the series.
Not about
But
it.
don't change the actual series.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Don't fix what's not broken.
Listen, the creator he doesn't care what happens. It's basically just to make it good, and he's making his own game.
Well, he does care. He just
Shinji is
wants to
making
make it good.
Ghostwire Tokyo, so he's busy making his own horror game.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So he doesn't want anything to do. He doesn't want any input on this. He just wants it to be good. That's
if he-
what it is.
As long as it's good, that's what he cares about.
We want it to be great.
We want it to be great. I just don't want it to be first person or fucking.
Oh my god.
Don't
Ghosts.
say
I don't
anything
want
about
ghosts.
first person.
I don't want
For
to
part
say they
8.
don't.
Part 8.
for part 8.
I'm talking about 4, man. We're on 4 right now.
But we're talking about Resident Evil also.
But they could do it though. Are you saying they couldn't do it?
Moving on.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.